the 6s.
Hey there, good morning. Here's the view of the beautiful, sparkling city by the sea. Downtown Corpus Christi looking very nice here ahead of sunrise. Thanks to the WADA sky cam, we see those purples and pinks in the sky. Not bad for a cloudy sky out here, but how is the rest of our day going to shape up? We had a beautiful forecast over the weekend, so you'll be happy to know we're carrying the warm weather into this week, but the not so great thing, we're adding some wind to the mix. So let's go ahead and take a look at another view closer to the ground. Many folks heading up and out the door already, so SPID is looking busy, but as you've seen from both of these cameras, no visibility problems out there this morning. So at least that's a benefit of the wind, but for the ride home, you might be playing tug of war with the steering wheel because those winds are going to get pretty disrespectful. But for the start of the morning, here's how conditions are shaping up in your neighborhood. Temperatures on either side of 70 degrees. There's already a friendly breeze around 5 to 15 miles per hour, windier along the coast, and visibility is on the up and up. Most neighborhoods reporting perfect 10s, as low as 6 miles of visibility in Rockport. That's as bad as it gets, and it's not that bad. We're looking pretty good. But if you're planning that all-important dog walk forecast, it's looking good for your pup out there. This is Emma Jean. She loves to go for a walk around the Oso Bay, and temperatures around Corpus Christi proper are generally going to be warm, but windy conditions. So for the floofier pets and my long-haired friends, be prepared. Tie that hair back because the disrespectful winds are going to make for some trouble. I think Emma Jean will have a nice walk. If we prioritize that this morning, even better, because our winds will generally be tolerable at that point. Temperatures getting to the upper 70s by then, and that south wind starts to pick up around 20 to 25 miles per hour before we even get into the lunch hour. So you've been warned this afternoon. Wind gusts, those will pick up around 40 to 45 miles per hour around 3, 4, 5, maybe even 6 o'clock tonight. So for the ride home, yeah, a little tug of war with the steering wheel there. It's also going to be a pretty windy night, things that go bump in the night. That's the kind of wind that we're setting up for, and it's all because there's a cold front on the way. That is the main feature in the big weather picture. We're not so concerned with what's going on in Texas with this warm front. Warm temperatures have been going on since the weekend. It's this front, and the concern is because we are very dry. So as this front comes through, even stronger winds and dry air behind it are going to make for ideal fire weather conditions. Ideal for the fire, not so much for us. We have some pretty dry vegetation out there, so that crunchy grass gives us a lot of risk. If any spark gets going, it could be the perfect environment for a fire to thrive. So a fire weather watch is on deck. It'll go in effect tomorrow morning, going through the evening hours. So we need to avoid some activities outdoors that could set off a spark because we are just dry across much of South Texas into Central Texas, where throughout the watershed up the I-35 corridor, we're in an extreme drought. That's what that bright color of red tells us. And here locally, severe drought for most of our northern neighborhoods. So let's avoid any of these activities. Of course, don't throw cigarette butts out the window. That is littering. We don't want to do that. Make sure there are no chains dragging from your work truck, perhaps. Don't drive or park in tall, dry grass. And of course, if you are seeing those dandelions popping up in your yard like I have, resist the temptation. Don't mow. Don't do any lawn maintenance for right now. You can pull the weeds. That's about it. We don't want to make extra work that could cause problems. We're not going to see any rain this week, so there's no need to try to do anything with the yard. In fact, as we go through the next 2 weeks here, it looks as though our probabilities are pretty high to see drier than normal conditions, unfortunately. We want some rain, but we'll have to wait. Now, March usually gives us more rainfall, so we'll look for that as we go through the middle of March. But look for some warm temperatures, too, as that cold front moves through. Yes, cooler air up in the Edwards Plateau, although by the time it gets to us, it's going to be much warmer. We're not going to see temperatures fall. We'll see them rise because that cool air gets compressed as it moves down to sea level here along the coast. So we'll be pushing 90 degrees for that high temperature tomorrow. Very warm week ahead, but 89 for the high on Tuesday. Windy conditions, and that will last into the weekend.